Rider.
Yeah, when he
What,
was
like-
little, he had spots and he was a little bit embarrassed.
On like a little sort of scooter.
Yeah, and you go to the girls and go, hello, do you want to, oh, yeah. Teen Night Rider.
Teen Night Rider would be
That's a
beautiful.
great, isn't it? Yeah.
That'd be great.
And Kit goes, what are you doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
I was, we're caught in the flies.
Get these like kits there, sort of explaining how to shave.
Yeah.
That'd be beautiful.
You dirty little, now that is really gummed up my CD player now. Well, we'll stop it there, surely.
Oh, Teen Night Rider.
Teen Night Rider.
I tell you, if we get on to talking about telly programmes, Gervais, we'll be here all night,
Yeah.
won't we?
Yeah, well, it's about 4 now.
That's brilliant. They're disappointed. But listen, Gervais, you know I've always said that you know when a party's going bad when you end up in the kitchen talking about old kids' TV shows.
And singing the theme tunes.
Exactly.
And do you remember Swizzlers? Oh, yeah. And Flying Saucers, yes, we remember
And
Flying
Batwing Jumpers. And everyone starts laughing.
Batwing Jumpers.
Do you not remember Batwing Jumpers?
She's retired now.
Thanks. Grot Bags.
Grot Bags, what was that?
That was the Emu. Pink Windmill.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about gay subtext. Pink Windmill.
So I take it with the fact that we're talking about it, we are in the kitchen at a bad party.
We're in the kitchen
We've
at a
got
bad
nothing,
party.
have we?
We've got nothing to talk about.
You know, usually we say, we've got nothing, but we've got a couple of things and we get up. We've really got nothing,
Absolutely
have we?
nothing.
What about that Teen Night Rider? We were going somewhere. There must be
Night
something.
Rider.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
See,
Imagine it.
what was the... Michael, it's time for school. I can't, I've got bellyache. Well, you're well enough to do that. I have to do that. I have to get rid of my poison.
But Teen... I wasn't talking about Teen Night Rider.
No, sorry, Teen Night Rider. You're actually going to tell an anecdote there.
Well,
I
no,
just
not really.
interrupted.
All I was going to say was that it was greatest thing because there was Team Night Rider, which is the sort of 10 years later. There's a team of people with super electronic cars driving around solving crimes.
Yeah.
And then it flipped over, and there was Butt Rogers in the 25th century, featuring Gil Gerard. Do you remember him? Good-looking fella.
Yeah.
And Twinkie, all the rest of it, bitty bitty bitty. And
Sorry, are you on crack?
no.
No, sorry, have you taken sort of like some real sort of heavy mixture of cocaine and listened to it? What's that? And obviously good looking fella, biddy biddy, and
No, that's
And then I
Twinkie.
turned, why are you
That's an
talking about?
impression of Twinkie,
I
the
know.
little robot.
The robot?
The little...
Oh, the little robot! Oh, yeah,
The little silver robot that went biddy biddy biddy. It's as simple as that. I'm not trying to corrupt you. I'm not trying to get confuse you.
Oh, go on, yeah, okay, it's fair enough. I'll take
All
your
I'm
word for it.
saying is, great TV shows there that we forget. We're in the kitchen, Gervais, aren't we?
are,
We're in the kitchen.
But everyone else has left. It's just us two.
It's just you
we
and
could
I.
go home.
We could go, but somehow we're still enjoying it.
Yeah.
In the kitchen there.
Yeah.
But what I was going to talk about is, there's a lot of TV shows. There's a lot of TV shows, Gervais, that we know and love and we remember.
Yeah.
But a lot of films, right, that became TV shows. MASH, obviously, the big success. Did you know, Gervais, I read about this yesterday, fantastic. Do you know that they made a TV show, right, in the 1982 of Casablanca, right, featuring David Soul.
As what, Rick?
As Rick. What a fantastic TV show.
That is fantastic.
It'd be Casablanca, and you'd have a picture of him, wouldn't you? And every week they'd find a different reason for him to say, play it again, Sam.
And lovely, and lovely Patty Coombs as his
Liza, whatever it is.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Mr. Rick, I'm not playing backgammon for money. Play it again, Sam. It'd be great. Every week, whatever it be. I don't know what they're different contrivances. It's like a catchphrase.
Oh, that'd be fantastic,
Great, wouldn't it?
Bobby Crush as the bloke on the piano. You must remember this. Oh, fantastic.
Every week he gets an excuse to play it.
That is
Yang dang da dang da dang.
Well, once, right, I was looking through, right, and there was that TV show called You Must Be the Husband, right? Yeah, it was called You Must Be the Husband, and I'd never seen it before, and me and Joan watching it, it was just flicked over, and we saw the last, that we were going to watch something else, and it just ended with the waiter coming up to one of them and going, you must be the husband. And we thought, do they have to remember that every single week?
Deary me, that's like hard work. I tell you,
Yeah.
putting catchphrases
Yeah.
in TV shows, hard work.
David Soul.
David Soul.
Oh, that is fantastic.
Dave Hutch.
Who played Victor Laszlo?
I don't know anything else
Someone
about
sort
it.
of-
If anyone's ever seen it, please give me a call. What a fantastic show that would be.
Oh, I know who played Victor Laszlo. What's his name? Rodney. What's his name? Nicholas Lyndhurst.
Nicholas Lyndhurst.
He'd be great, wouldn't he? Nick Berry.
Nick Berry, that'd be beautiful. And I tell you what it would be. It would be they'd be on a golf course, and Sam would like miss a stroke, wouldn't he? And they just go, "Oh, play it again, Sam," and everyone else would laugh. It'd be beautiful.
Oh, baby bird, if you'll be mine, we can keep this cup forever now.
Yeah.
We're in the kitchen.
Yep.
Should we make a cup of tea? Apparently, Steve, who says this? He doesn't say play it again, Sam.
No, I know he doesn't.
Says, go on, play it, Sam.
I know that, you stupid toss. Oh, for goodness sake. I studied film for 3 years, for Christ's sake, Gervais. Of course I know that, but it's the TV show. They're bound to have made the same mistake, aren't they? Of course
You
that.
can do an academic subject then.
Of course. Oh, I can't. Well, I'm sickened. I'm sickened. Because everybody knows that, Gervais, and yet he's come out and he's spouted rubbish. Oh, I'm just... Oh.
He thinks it's a good show.
Oh. God, I'm disappointed. Oh, I'm so angry.
He likes the show.
I'm so angry because everybody thinks I'm an imbecile.
Well, yeah.
Well, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I was going to mention a couple, because I came up with a couple of my own TV shows.
Go on, yes, I've got a few.
Have you come up with your own?
Yeah.
Have you talked about this in the past?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, like the when they have a cliche in the title, and that's the
like the best one we came up with.
Like a touch
fantastic.
of frost, and it's his name.
I know. I
It's
love
like-
it.
Yeah.
But my favourite. This is one I came up with. Right. It was called Lady of the Night. Right, but that's night spelled Knighthc,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
And what is clever about it is, what it is there's a knight, right, a knight of the realm, okay, but it's set about sort of 1870 or something, sort of Sherlock Holmes era, that sort of thing. And he's a knight of the realm, you know, was it Sir Johnson or whatever? And he's a knight, whatever. But he doubles up as a private investigator, right?
Yeah.
And he's got working for him a prostitute,
Yeah.
right, who's also a private investigator.
Yeah.
And it's called Lady Double. It's double meaning because
clever, it's a pun.
because she's a lady of the night.
and
She's
he's
a lady of the
called
night.
Night.
She's a night.
It's fantastic.
Brilliant. And they go around, but seriously, they go around investigating like crimes, sort of Whitechapel and stuff. And it's brilliant because you know, obviously she's a prostitute, whatever, and he's a knight, and there's a bit of sexual tension, Gervais, obviously, and obviously got all the Victorian elements and everything. And obviously they can't associate with one another openly in the streets because that would be, you know, he's obviously got to maintain a certain reputation.
Yeah.
So it's Lady of the Night. And there's all the intrigue and tension. What do you think about
You
that?
thought this through.
I thought that through.
That is fantastic, using all your technical knowledge
Yeah.
and your film study and your...
Yeah.
I came up with one, starring Naughty Samantha Janus as a nun, with Diana Rigg as a Mother Superior, and it's called None the Wiser.
That's beautiful.
And they're naughty. And the
great.
and the
None the
sequel,
Wiser.
she gets pregnant and she has to go and work in the kitchen, right? And that's called Nun in the
I
Oven.
was going to say.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Oh, that's beautiful, Gervais.
Remember Ray Cooney, that thing in the 80s when all those had those farces on, and basically what he did was substitute the word life for wife. He had Run for Your Wife, right? And wife begins at 40.
Beautiful. Doesn't make any sense, does it, grammatically?
No. I just thought of one like I said to Claire a few weeks ago that it would be like a stage play and there'd be loads of people jumping in and out like of hospital beds, but in one of the beds, one of the wives, she just wanted to die. She had no quality, and it's whose wife is it anyway? That'd be good, wouldn't it?
That's nice.
Yeah, but Brian Ricks.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. I
That'd be
love
lovely.
that. Touch of Frost. It's so clever.
And the other one is loads of lawyers with their wives jumping in and out of bed with just underpants on, taking drugs, and it's this wife.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's great. That's a nice touch.
So let's have some competitions then.
But you know, I've got a whole game show as well, which I could mention.
Go on.
Do you want me to mention it?
Well,
after the next
should we play Blue Oyster Cult? Their
Yeah.
classic song.
Can I
Don't
just say-
Fear the Reaper.
I've got a game show, right, that I came up with.
Yeah.
Okay. And it features me, but I think it could be perhaps a vehicle for yourself, Gervais.
Yeah. What's
All
it
right.
called?
I'm going to tell you. It's called Ricky Gervais Meat Rations.
Right.
And
I like it already.
You like it already?
Because there's a part in there for me.
Yeah.
Could I play the Ricky Gervais?
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic.
It was originally called. Basically, let me just summarise very briefly. I'm not going to tell you all the games, but it's basically recreating the heady days of the war.
Right.
Right.
That's fantastic.
It's beautiful already, isn't it? It's
I've
got the
got-
nostalgia thing.
I've got a game as well.
But it was originally going to be called Ricky Gervais Fag Rations,
Right.
but apparently cigarettes weren't rationed in the war, so it's
they?
called Meat Rations now.
Excellent.
And I'll tell you some great games. My favourite is, what's it called? To be perfectly Anne Frank. It's a great game. It really is a great game where you've got to pretend to be Anne Frank and hide from sort of snooping Nazis.
Oh, that is
It's a great game. And there's also, of course, well, let me go into it. There's also Dig for Granny.
Good.
I'll dig for victory, if you like. And what happens, you're scavenging through rubble, right?
Can I just say,
and if you
these are copyright. Anyone trying to rip me off? I mean, I've got the Penis Puppet Theatre.
Yeah.
I've got a stake in this, surely. haven't I?
certainly. Ricky
You can have-
Gervais
you
Meat
can-
Rations.
You can have a bit of my Penis Puppet Theatre.
That's lovely.
Yeah. And I've also got a new game that I'll talk about after yours. It's called Tip the Balance. And it's sort of like a game for four. And it's like, I'll send it off to Waddington, see what you think. I mean, there's there's teething problems with
Okay,
it.
well listen, Gervais, look,
Let's
hold
play
that thought.
Don't Fear the Reaper.
Let's play that tune.
By Blue Oyster and his cult.
It's a classic.
Yeah, and then we come back and we try and make some money.
Let's make some cash.
Well, you've got to be happy with that. Blue Oyster Cult, Don't Fear the Reaper. Yeah? So go on then. So what other games are in this Ricky Gervais's meat rations?
Well, it starts off, there's the sound of an air raid siren.
Yeah, I like it already.
And we came up with, start queuing up, Mum, for Ricky Gervais meat rations.
Excellent. Do I look like sort of Walker out of Dad's Army?
Yes.
Oh, that is
Now
fantastic.
you come in.
Yeah.
And what it is, the set, right, is kind of like half of it is an old sort of East End pub, and
Yeah.
the rest is kind of rubble and debris,
Oh,
and
excellent.
a skyline of ruined, Britain. And what it is you come in, you're fairly sort of sharp and dapper, and of course Chaz and Dave provide the music throughout the show.
And can I- And you know the Dolly Bird that usually comes on? She's the one with like curlers with a little scarf on it.
That's right.
She comes out with like, those little floral aprons.
You've got it. You've got
Oh,
it.
fantastic.
And there's a game show. There's a bit in the show called Roll Out the Barrel.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens in that.
Roll out the barrel. We can think of something.
There's a barrel of fun sort of thing.
Yeah.
And there's a dig for victory where you've got like a big pile of rubble, right? And you're digging through it, scavenging for food, canned food. But if you find like relatives or friends,
Yeah.
you score extra points.
Oh, that is fantastic. And there must be some sort of fun with like gas masks.
Yeah.
When you can all put them on and dress up as like, I don't know, one of the banana splits.
Yeah.
That's
what could that be? Gas.
Who snork? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, possibly.
So every week there's the real snork.
Right.
So like, it's like contestants come on. They put
Clever.
which one snork?
Which one's Snork?
Yeah.
So you've got three celebrities.
Yeah, it was a gas mask and the real snork.
That's
so,
great.
So you got something like Ted Malt's son, he pops one on. You got Frank Bruno,
Yeah.
and Jilly Cooper,
That's it.
and they put their mask on and like a little outfit, and then the real snork is there, and you've got to ask them questions. Like you get like Bernie Winters and Henry Cooper going, number three, how long have you been in the banana split? And Jilly Cooper goes, about 6 years ago. Goes, I don't know. I think the banana split's been going longer than that. No, I don't think it's number 3. What do you think? And Bernie Winters go, number 1. Number 1. How did you get the job being in banana splits? And it's probably Ted Malt's son going, I answered an advert in the paper. That's not right. They were born. You know what I mean?
And there's Chaz and Dave in the corner just going, na 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 na, yeah!
Yeah, with the real snorks, and they always the lights go right, and one stands up and he sits back down again, and then the real snorks, and the others all take their
They
masks
take
off,
off their
and
masks.
they go, "It's lovely, Julie. What are you doing now?" Well, I'm appearing Puss in Boots down in Brighton. Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Wait a minute. What? Jilly Cooper?
I don't know. What does she do? Oh, she's a novelist.
She's a novelist.
Oh, yeah.
Now appearing in Panto. I'm not letting you book the guest.
Oh God.
But wait a minute. What? I mean, I love your idea.
Yeah.
Who snork?
Yeah.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? How we started off with a kind of wartime nostalgia show, but now we've sort of featured sort of quite bad 70s animal
Nothing
things.
wrong with the banana splits.
But I like that. That's a good game.
Yeah. Okay. That can be like a special feature.
So I'm
can't
just
it?
going to make a note of it because we've got Dig for Victory, to be perfectly Anne Frank.
Yeah. And
And,
who's snork?
Who's snork?
Yeah. Well, I'm full of ideas. I could probably help you on this.
Oh, this is great. Well, what other?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come up with some other ideas as we
Yeah,
go
we've
on.
still got Tip the Balance to go.
But you know, can I just say, I did actually once try and pitch this. When I appeared on Blockbusters.
Yeah.
Well, I obviously met with a producer there, and I said, I got an idea for you.
Have we talked about this on air?
We talked about me on Blockbusters,
Have we?
but not about my pitching this.
No,
game.
go on.
And I said to her, sit down. I said, I've got a great idea, and I tried to bill it with me as the star. She said, who are you? Steve's Meat Rations. She said, why are you in it? I said, I am. Don't worry, I'm the one who can put it off.
Yeah.
And she said, right, go on, what is it? And at that time, I had none of the games. All I had was the title. And she went, I like it, yeah, what are the games? I don't know. She said,
If you'd have just said, well, stop me there, love, and just popped a gas mask on and
Yeah.
said, who am I?
she'd have gone, snork. No, no, no,
No, it's not. Oh, we got an ad break, then we got a classic from Blur. It's 5 o'clock. So if you were going to watch that thing that started at 5:02, you missed the first 5 minutes of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So we're doing well with this new game show, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got a few ideas
Ricky
there.
Gervais's meat rations.
Ricky Gervais meat rations.
that.
It's a great idea, isn't it? We came up with another quick game because obviously so far we've got Dig for Victory.
Yeah.
To be perfectly Anne Frank, and Who's Snoring, which is possibly I think the most popular game so far.
Yeah.
And also we've come up with a new one, haven't we? Puss in Jackboots.
Yeah. You get a beauty of the age to
Say
come out.
saucy Samantha Janice.
Yeah, maybe she comes out and she's got a little moustache on, right, and a peak cap pulled low and Nazi regalia, and you go and you got Bernie Winters and Ted Maltzson and Jilly Cooper going. You're obviously by the warm applause. You're much loved. Yes, I am. Oh, thank God. Show business, and the audience clap.
Obviously, yeah. Well done.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. You're doing the Nazi accent very well. You an actress? Yes, that is correct. Yeah, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Could you salute in, please?
Yeah,
That'd be nice. Just I'll do a little Nazi salute.
yeah. Little click. That'd be
I
lovely.
thought of a little quick
And what's
game
that one? That's called
That's called
Puss in Jackboots.
Puss in Jackboots.
Yeah, lovely.
I thought of a quick one. It's called Get the Hell Out of Hiroshima. Right, it's against the clock. Anyway, there's that's there as well. And we've got any other ideas, Gervais?
The Cure love song.
Gervais, it's time for the game show everyone's talking about. Make Gervais laugh.
Yeah.
We've had an entry here this week, all right, and what it is, let me explain the rules. Somebody sent in a picture, Gervais, right, I'm going to show it to you now, and if you laugh, then hopefully this young fella wins a prize. It's from Neil in, let me see, Highgate.
Oh no, I'm laughing already though.
Are you?
Yeah, because
All right, well,
the
straighten yourself
anticipation.
out.
Alright, okay.
Straighten yourself out. Now, you've not seen this picture.
Oh, it's been so disappointing if it's not funny. There's nothing worse than that, you know what I mean?
I know.
Okay.
Well, I think you'll laugh.
You run the risk.
But that's the nature of the game show.
Okay.
All right?
And what's in it for everyone else who can't see the picture or cares?
Nothing.
Right,
See,
no,
nothing.
that's good.
But then, you know what?
We're not here for their amusement, are we?
All right, you know, we're busy men. We've got things to do. We've got to entertain ourselves.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I would say is, what is there in this show anyway for anybody else?
Good
At
point.
least we get a laugh.
Yeah, okay.
Now,
Really?
what would it say? Well, the other thing, though, is there a prize for Neil?
Yeah, if I laugh,
What can you give him?
will you give him sort of like a chuckleometer? You go on the Ricky Gervais's chuckleometer.
The chuckleometer.
Yeah, this up to 10 CDs.
Right. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
All right then. Well, okay. Because that first one we did ages ago, that was up
Oh, yeah.
number 10, wasn't it?
Yeah,
8,
you-
9, 10.
yeah.
Right. Here comes the picture. I think it looks to me like it's an internet picture. I'll be honest with you. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes the picture now, Gervais.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh, has he done that? No.
Now listen. What I'll do is let's play a record, Gervais, and I will.
Don't explain it.
We can explain
No,
it. We can explain it.
No, don't, please. Right, no. When I was about 16, my nephew got mumps, and all the men in my family were really worried, right? And I soon found out why. You know, obviously, if you get mumps when you're an adult and you haven't had it before, you go sterile, or it can cause sterility.
Really?
Yeah,
Blimey.
yeah. And I was about 16, and this worried me, and I went to her and I said, have I had mumps? She went, you've had one mump. Now, I don't know what mumps are or is, but I'm pretty sure you can't have a mump. Or, I think she meant that one side of my face swelled up. Like a gobstopper, it was. But what is a mump? Or what are the mumps? I mean, it's a viral infection, isn't it? I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want her to be right. Like
I
a
don't know.
doctor
Can you
said,
have
yeah,
like a number of mumps or one big mump?
What if you had one big
It's like
mump?
like a hunchback for a while. You're just like you're mump backed for a while. You just walk around.
You mump back.
Yeah, and you don't remember because it's always when you're very
Right,
young.
you mump back, but yeah, exactly. But apparently I had one mump, so I could probably one of them, just one of them went a bit sterile.
Can you? So you can become sterile
Yeah.
if you have the mumps when you're an adult.
Apparently, yeah.
Can you? I mean, does that, for instance, it doesn't cause say for instance, an adult had the mumps, right,
Yeah.
and then he sort of had sex and he gave birth to a child. His wife gave birth to a child.
Yeah.
That can't cause any other problems. It can't cause deformity or anything. It's just no, because it's just my dad had the mumps. when?
I don't know. But we should get our facts right, really. If there's a doctor out there, I mean, can they do it? I have stories about like my teacher, his mate, had to have them. They swelled up, and he had to put them in cotton wool for about a month
God Almighty.
because it can, mumps aren't fun.
No, I'm not saying it. I mean, well, all I can say, maybe you've had mumps and now you're sterile.
That could be was that mumps aren't fun?
Yeah.
That's like go to work on an egg. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Who said that? I was having an argument with someone about who said go to work on an egg. Someone said it was that William G. Stewart bloke who...
No, it was
Faye Weldon.
No, it was Salman Rushdie. It was.
No, it wasn't.
No, hang on. No, maybe it wasn't.
It was Faye Weldon.
It wasn't Faye Weldon.
Right.
It was either, right, let me tell you what it was. It was
Okay.
either that bloke that wrote A Year in Provence, or whatever it was called.
Right.
It was
0171
it was either-
580 2000. Who came up with the slogan, go to work on an egg?
It was either the Year in Provence fella.
Who's that?
I mean, what his name was, I don't know.
0171 580 2000. Who was the year in Provence?
You know that fella who wrote that book, Year in Provence? Everyone
Yeah.
read it, everyone thought it was great.
No,
His
I
name's
didn't know.
Peter something or other.
Right, okay.
And I think he definitely wrote that.
Salman Rushdie came up with something.
I think it was the year. See, again, I'm thinking that maybe it was the egg thing. But I would say as well that fella that wrote Year in Provence, he also came up with the the Fat Willy cartoon series. What a hilarious series of books they are.
Not Fat Willy, is
It was
it?
called Fat Willy, wasn't it?
What's the one? Where's Willy?
That's Where's Wally?
Where's Wally?
Where's Willy? That'd be pretty straightforward every time, wouldn't it? There's a fella there. There it is.
Not where you come from, it wouldn't.
Oh.
Well, there you go. Well, Peter Mayle is the name of the bloke who wrote Year in Provence. Thanks to Neil. And also, Neil says that Salman Rushdie did Naughty But Nice for the cake commercial. Now, I still don't know who did go to work on an egg. I think it was Faye Weldon.
No, it was Peter Mayle.
Do you reckon it
Yes,
was?
absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm gutted.
Yeah.
And you very rarely, Jerry from Balham, you very rarely go sterile from mumps, but it is a viral infection, yeah.
It's such an
This
informative show.
programme, exactly, Steve.
Yeah. It's like a public service.
It really is, isn't it? And we treat things sort of sensibly and maturely, and we give out, the correct information.
I'll be honest with you.
It's safe for kids to listen to, isn't it?
Well, imagine if you were in the... I mean, this happens to us all the time. You're in the pub and someone will say, well, is mumps a problem? Is it going to cause infertility? And you're there just saying,
Well, I was listening to Ricky Gervais.
and...
It's very rare. It is a viral infection. And do you know who did go to work on an egg? They went, no. Peter Mayle or Faye Weldon, we're not sure.
Possibly Salman Rushdie.
No, definitely wasn't Salman Rushdie.
That's quite incredible, though, to go from writing Naughty But Nice about cakes
To live in a hole for the rest of your life. I used to write when I was at school.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I didn't watch sort of kids' programmes when I was growing up. I watched sort of crap adult ones. ITV on the telly from 12 midday through to like midnight, and I'd watch all the police series, Police Story, Charlie's Angels, Steve Austin, and
Teen Knight Rider.
Teen Knight Rider, yeah. And I wrote this essay at schools, and I just couldn't stop, and I started serialising it. And every time I just kept writing, I was sort of like, people were reading it at school, and it was about a cop, a New York cop, who was as hard as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I worked out what his name was. Now, God, this is how television influences me. Because it was one word name, which is his surname. That was the title of the book, title of the series, and that's what all his friends called him. Right. It was called Jezuk.
Jezuk?
Yeah.
Jezuk.
Yeah, I thought it had a Z and a J. Jezuk.
Jezuk.
Yeah. Do you know
It
what
does sound so close to like Pillock or Jesse.
Yeah.
Or Nonce.
No, nonce. There's no
Well,
nonce.
do you know what I mean?
Cross between sort of like
Jezuk.
Pillock and Jism.
Damn you, Jezuk.
Yeah.
You're off the case.
Give me the badge. Keep the stinking badge. I don't need a badge to be a cop. It was all stuff like that. And he'd first, yeah. And so he'd look at his gun and go, this is my law.
My God, it's Jezuk. How did he find us?
Yeah, it was great. There'd be shootouts and everything. Oh, fantastic.
Let me just ask, did he have perhaps a broken marriage? He was hard-boiled. He played by his own rules. Didn't he?
Yeah.
I imagine.
Simultaneous with
He
this.
was a bit of a drunkard as well, had a bit of drink.
No, he didn't drink,
Oh,
no.
good,
He was a
good.
good-looking fella.
But he was letting himself go. He was a bit hard-bitten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing I was sort of simultaneous, which was more of a novel. I wasn't serious. I was actually writing a novel, and I got like 3 exercise books, right? It was about this kid, right? Oh, God. Right? He saw his parents just brutally murdered for no reason by a gang of outlaws, yeah? And he buried his father, and he knelt down on the grave, and he said, looked up, and he goes, "As God is my witness, I will avenge thee." And then he sort of went to the store, and he got loads of bullets, and he practiced, and he was the fastest guy. He was only about 16.
Yeah.
His name was Jody Barnes.
Jody Barnes is alright, yeah.
Yeah, good,
Imagine,
isn't it?
that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Have you still got any of those exercise books?
I hope not.
That would
Because
be
the
incredible.
teachers used to sort of like, I must have gone, yeah, it's good. I must have passed around the, he's done another one. Gervais has written another episode of Jezuk. Yeah.
But I say, seriously, if you brought one of those in and read it out, I'd be entranced.
Imagine it.
Seriously, that'd be great. Do you
The
think your mum
ramblings
might...
of a twisted 14-year-old brain that only ever watched ITV cop shows.
Do you think your mum might still have some copies of, of Jezuk?
No.
Was it like sort of, the initial one was like Jezuk, then it was like Jezuk abroad, Jezuk in Paris, Jezuk on safari.
Yeah.
Here comes Jezuk.
My mum...
Return of Jezuk.
I liked that Jezuk. He's a proper man.
Yeah.
It's not like you. But Mum, I invented Jezuk. You're a Nazi. You couldn't be like Jezuk. He's in my mind.
Return of Jezuk. Here comes Jezuk, son of Jezuk.
Oh, it's fantastic. What if Jezuk met Jodie Barnes? They'd get on. They'd have no quarrels.
They could team up.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. After the break, a little bit of Lars.
Teen Jezuk. Still here then. Gervais, you've embarrassed yourself.
Oh, just shut your ugly gob. You bug-eyed, anemic, fish-faced tosser.
Nice to have you back.
4:05 on a Sunday, Ricky Gervais, XFM 104.9, London's only alternative. Steve,
Yeah.
you know we gave away those CDs. Hey, great giveaways, just good radio, isn't it? We've got CDs to give away, tickets and that, it's good radio. Do you remember who won them?
What, last week?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Right. I've got to get them back.
What, are these the CDs that we took from the library?
Yeah.
Anyway?
I've got to get them back. 0171 580 2000. If you won those CDs, could you give us a call?
Well, why should they bother? They're probably busy listening to them. Do you know what I mean? You can't give something away and then take it back.
Yeah, I need big time. I've got to get them back.
We've had a bill for the computer as well.
That's mine.
No, it's not yours.
It is mine.
It's not yours.
I procured that. That is mine now.
No,
that technically counts as ownership.
Listen, Gervais, it's not yours, alright? I've told you this before. I've explained this to you 100 times.
What?
Alright? If you urinate on something,
Yeah.
it is not yours.
It does in
no,
the cat
it's not
world. That's
become
what
yours.
cats do. That is what cats do. They go around their territory. That's theirs. They urinate on it. That computer's mine.
If a cat urinates on something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, in its cat philosophy, it owns that. I agree. That's a sort of
you
what's
go
it called? A sort of territory thing.
What's the difference?
You're not a cat.
No, I know.
You're not a cat.
That's discrimination.
No, you're not a cat. You can't live life by cat rules.
Well, I've got loads of stuff like that. My flat's full of stuff that I've got like that.
What?
Yeah, I've got 2 telephone boxes.
Right.
I've got a cash point machine. Yeah. Glyn was furious. He was getting out money.
Right.
Side of a church.
That's yours.
Yeah. 2 BMWs. Well, I had 2. I've got 1 now.
What happened?
The second one, the owner caught me, and he started doing the same. And because I started first, I finished first, so he finished last, so it was technically his again.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
If I piss on something, then that's mine.
Yeah.
But if someone else pisses on it, then that's theirs.
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Could you say urinate? This is XFM 104.9. They are mine
They're
now.
not yours.
They are
They're not. They're my shoes.
Yeah, and they're mine now.
No, they're not. I can't believe. This is why I don't want to do this anymore.
Why?
I can't believe you.
They're my shoes now. That is ownership. That counts.
In the cat world.
They're my shoes now, and some of the carpet is mine as well.
In the cat world.
Yeah. Wow.
You cannot live your life by the rules of the cat world.
I can. I can.
What does your girlfriend?
What's this?
Oh.
Not many people can do that. XFM 4.9 £4:15.
How do these sort of little theories of yours develop?
What? They come in my head. Then they're all right. Then I like them and they happen.
Right.
Then they're mine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do other people make of the
They
fact?
go along with it.
What, your girlfriend?
Yeah. And all my special friends and the friends that I make.
Does she mind that your flat looks like an East End lockup and stinks of urine.
No,
So you don't have a problem with that?
no. The sinuses are gone now. Completely gone.
The sinuses are
Yeah,
gone.
yeah,
The Charlie?
yeah.
Oh, I thought as much. Well, I know what you rock and rollers get up to, Gervais, in your spare time.
Oh dear.
It's beautiful to see you again, though, because
Yeah.
we thought you would.
I'm looking good.
We thought you'd be gone forever,
Why?
but you're back. It's
No.
beautiful to see you.
I'll be around for
Anything planned?
I didn't expect, it's not my life. I didn't expect to be here this long, so anything is a bonus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Any plans for today's show?
Got some more records than that, and some absolute drivel.
Right.
Yeah, packed
so-
into
so-
2 hours.
So no different.
No. No.
Hey. Great. Well, it's going well. It's
Yeah.
going well. I've got a little competition.
Yeah.
Which I'll maybe introduce after the next record.
Is there anyone mad enough to sleep with me competition? Cause is there? Is it? I'm not doing that one again.
All right. I've got a different one.
Yeah.
I've got a different competition.
Keep calling the Samaritans, please. No, we don't do that sort of thing, sir. Please. Or else. Can't threaten the Samaritans.
Why do you like that song so much?
Because they're singing about you being an ugly tosser, alright? Just gone 20 past 4.
Gervais, I hate to kick people when they're down.
No, you don't. You like it. And you like people twitching when they've been badly hurt.
But I don't know how this came about, but I started to consider the songs of Carter, the Unstoppable Sex Machine. I don't know why. Someone was
Lovely
playing one in my
Carter.
house, and we were flipping through the record, the lyric sheets.
Fruit bat.
Now I don't know when I was at
Backwinders.
when I was in the sixth form, when I was in the sixth form, Gervais, everybody had a Carter USM T-shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? And I imagine you probably.
By the end of the 80s, early 90s, all events officers, A&R men. Yeah.
What were you doing about that time?
Dreadlocks.
You'd have been what? That was when you were claiming benefit
Yeah.
while still working.
Yeah, yeah.
You had the wheelchair and everything.
Yeah, the tartan blanket.
Nice.
Fantastic.
And you see, everybody had a Carter USM T-shirt. I didn't have one because I didn't.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That wasn't me. It was all a bit cliquey, and they didn't like me for it.
Yeah, it wasn't because of that, though, was it? It was because they sort of had like symmetrical heads. Like that. They were running in their human packs, weren't they?
Those
And just
guys.
ostracising you. Go, oh dear.
Those start.
Yeah.
Right. I'm just looking through the lyric sheet. This is from the album 1992, the Love album, right, by Carter.
Yeah. Come on.
Just give you a taste of some of the lyrics.
Yeah, go on.
Which we thought were so profound in 1990 or whatever.
I
it was.
never did.
This is from the track "Look, Mum, No Hands." I should point out that many of the titles of their songs are appalling. There's obviously my favourite, possibly the worst, is "The Road to Domestos." That is the worst name for a song I've ever heard. I mean, what's that supposed to mean?
Oh, that's
Check this lyric out. This is one of the worst lyrics.
Go on,
ever.
I'm ready. Go on.
He flies through the air. He's that daring young man in the blue dungarees. What the hell does that mean?
Oh,
is that supposed to be profound?
Oh, she flies like a bird in the sky high. That ugly old tart with a sty in her eye.
This
Lovely.
this is quite a nice one. Listen to this is clever. This is bloody clever.
Go on, what they done? What's Fruit Bat done here? Go
If
on.
we club together,
Yeah.
with all the diamonds
Hey,
we
hold on, I'll
saved-
stop you there. Club,
Go on.
diamond, that's
Hey.
so far. Oh, no, wait.
Stop there.
Oh, come on, how's it, go on.
If we club together with all the diamonds we've saved,
Yeah.
we could look to our hearts and say,
Hold on, hearts is a suit in the... Oh, go on, clubs, diamonds, hearts.
We could look to all our hearts and say, we've got it in spades.
What does that mean?
Spades.
Hold on, what does that sentence mean?
If we club together with all the diamonds we've saved,
Yeah.
we could look to our hearts and say, we've got it in spades.
I don't know what that
I've
means.
no idea, but that's the kind of brilliance.
So they, see what they did there? They got all those
It's
things in.
incredible. Let me just, there's a good one here.
Could they do it with signs of the zodiac? Parts of the body.
Here we are. I've been GBH'd and ABH'd for a packet of B&H. I've been taken and I've been driven away. My telephone is always ringing and my number is XXX directory. Call 0898 333 talk dirty to me. That is some of the worst lyrics, Gervais, surely, that you've ever heard.
Unless you know different. 0171 580 2000. I've been thinking some of my own as well.
The worst lyrics you've ever come across.
Oh, there's going to be arguments.
0171 580 2000, or you can fax us 0171 580 1234.
And think realistically, because I hate it when you see like the Melody Maker Enemy and they ask one of these pop stars, what's the worst song of all time? And they go, the Birdie song. Or no, it's not. It's something by Carter or Suede or David Bowie because they're in that framework. They're potentially. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Don't go for chirpy chirpy cheap cheap. Go for something like that because that is disgusting.
Let me just tell you, this is my final one before we go away, which is, yes, sorry, boy, there's nothing worth living for, but it really ain't worth dying for, so just say 3 Hail Jesus and Mary chains.
Early in the morning, I put breakfast at your table. Make sure that your coffee has a sugar and cream. Your eggs are over easy. It's sort of like a breakfast song. I can't remember it, but it goes, I'm not your superwoman. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah.
It's just, I've never heard this.
There's one great bit as well. He goes, now you say your juice is sour. It used to be so sweet. And I can't help but wondering if you're talking about me. Isn't that great?
Oh.
Sorry, look, this juice is it's a bit sour. It used to be so sweet. Oh, fine, I'll change it. No, let me explain. This juice, yeah, it's sour. It used to be sweet. Well, it's what we've always had. No, you're not listening. You're not listening. I think you're an ugly pig. I want to leave you. So I mean, like, you know, he didn't state it. Your eggs are over easy. Oh, who's that by?
No, I never heard it. You've made it up.
I'm not your superwoman. 0171 580 2000. I just thought of another one as well. So, do you remember John Waite? I ain't missing you at all. Missing you since you've been gone away. And he's worried about people that think that he's really not missing us. So, towards the end, he goes, I can lie to myself. Oh, he was lying all along then, wasn't he? Oh, got any more Carter lyrics?
Well, I'm still wading through them, Gervais, and it's just making me quite low. So I'll try and dig out a few more for the next time we have a chat. But I would say that Emma, of course, who helps us out here, she's mentioned track. What was it, Emma? What was yours?
It was
YMCA.
YMCA.
I've got a worse one.
Have you? Oh, hold on. Oh, what's that another one?
That's worse.
Oh God, yeah. Well, Emma, we'll save that one. Emma's was you can get yourself clean, you can have a good meal.
You can get yourself clean, you have a good meal. Well, I don't have a problem with it, you see, because I just think it's a wonderful thing. You know, the YMCA doesn't get enough publicity, good press,
Yeah.
and the Village People did them a favour. I mean, why on earth they wrote that song?
Well,
you know,
what,
to
are you serious?
publicise the YMCA. I mean, who thinks? I don't know. People have done the police force. You know, they've done.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait, this is very good. But I think you mean this. That you don't know what that song was. You think that they were actually some sort of advertising for the YMCA, were you?
Well, I don't know. It just seems really odd to me.
Well, if I remember at the
was it a
time,
charity thing?
the YMCA complained at the time because the connotations.
What kind of, it's just a PR thing for the YMCA, I imagine. It's like the one that in the Navy.
No.
In the Navy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The sort of PR thing for the Navy. It's just bizarre.
When they were dressed up as sailors and stuff.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Whereas usually they sort of like construction worker with a nice moustache, aren't they?
yeah.
Traffic cop,
Yeah.
jobbers, and
What? I don't, it's just,
I'm worried about the Red Indian chief.
am I supposed to be
I know
reading,
when that's been
am
a
I
big.
supposed to be reading between the lines or something? I don't understand. I mean, I don't really understand. I mean this seriously.
Okay,
I don't
right.
understand what you're talking
Okay,
about.
this is fine. Well, obviously there were gay connotations. It's like a gay icon record, isn't it? YMCA in the Navy. That was the point of it. What did you need? One of them dressed as Judy Garland. What? I don't understand. What was your problem with that?
What? But there's no. I don't understand why that suggests that people are gay. I don't.
It doesn't necessarily. It's like it's high camp, isn't it? It's been adopted since as well.
But the four of them, there's a guy dressed as a motorcycle cop. There's no reason why that he should be gay.
There's no reason why anyone should be gay.
There's a
they've chosen.
There's a builder.
Yeah.
Right.
So no builders are gay ever.
There's
You can't be gay.
another one. I can't. What's the other one is?
Right.
And then there's a Red Indian. Why on earth the Red Indian is supposed to be an icon?
I don't know
of
about that.
homosexuality? I have no idea.
I'm flummoxed on that one. I'll be honest.
But so what I'm saying to you, Gervais, is if you're going to if you can talk about gay people, then why don't they use the cliches? Why isn't there a hairdresser?
Right.
And
Because it's probably the sort of cliches that even scene gays want to get away from. Also, you're confusing camp, ITV gays with real homosexual people who live normal lives.
if I'm going to write a song about gay people, I'm going to have a hairdresser.
Yeah, you are.
In order to, all I'm
You
saying
are.
is, in order to appeal to a gay community, I'd have a hairdresser, John Inman, Larry Grayson,
Obviously.
and I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't have Jason Donovan then, obviously. Because he's not. So you wouldn't have him, would you?
No, I wouldn't have Jason Donaldson.
No.
Well, I wouldn't have Philip Schofield. I wouldn't even have. I wouldn't have Andy Peters.
Right.
I wouldn't have Andy Peters.
Okay, I'm getting scared.
Shut up! I would not have Andy
I'm
Peters.
getting scared.
I would not have Andy Peters. A few more Carter lyrics for you.
Go on.
You'll enjoy this one. It's just one big knees up, a night on the town, a storm in a teacup, more like a teacup in a storm.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, man?
Yeah.
It's more like a teacup in a storm.
Yeah, they've twisted it, haven't
All
they?
right.
Yeah. Ian Camfield, you know, he's 12 now. He does the rock show.
Oh.
He called, and that I'm not your superwoman. It was Cameron White. And he also says a worse lyric in that YMCA is, young man, there's no need to feel down.
Fair enough. Another Carter lyric for you. The tequila sun is rising. And listen to me. The tequila sun is rising and the Harvey's Bristol moon is shining. Because they've got Harvey's, shine on Harvey's moon.
Yeah.
And somehow Harvey's Bristol moon is shining. I have no idea.
It's got to be something about pulling your trousers down in a coach.
It's just
Isn't it?
rubbish.
And
So,
also, you know,
worst
this one,
lyrics.
you know, Quick Space, I played that and you said, oh, why is that your favourite? And I got annoyed because you've got no taste and shouldn't even question me. And I said it was about you being an ugly tosser. Well, Nina, from the band,
Oh, right.
who was round at Jan's, said, no, it's not about him being ugly. And the worst lyric is from the Beatles, you should see her in drag in a polythene bag. What's that from then?
I don't know, Polythene Pam or whatever it's called.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could well be.
Alright, then the worst Beatles lyrics, we'll have those as well.
There's a lot of them to choose from.
There are a lot.
No, good, no, I'm not dissing the Beatles.
No.
I'm just saying they wrote, they can't keep up that level, can they?
Gervais, I've heard the songs you've written. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
You're not in a position to disrespect anybody.
No, I
Alright?
don't.
I'm talking about people on the tube, alright, that can barely speak, alright, that just go with like a kazoo. There's a guy near my tube, he just got a kazoo, and he just taps his foot, and then tries to sell lighters to you by playing a kazoo. Right? You can't even disrespect him for his musical ability.
Of course, you're laughing about him now. If that was female, it'd be a whole different story, wouldn't it?
Well, you've got to take it where you can get it.
You'd have a lot of lighters every day, wouldn't you?
Hey!
You'd be struggling down that road
I'd
with
say-
loads of little,
I'd
called
say-
clippers.
I'd say, I think there's a sad lack of kazoos on the wireless, and I'd have her in here for a quick session.
Well, we better do a competition now.
Okay, yeah, well, we've got these two pairs of pulp tickets?
So you've no idea, have you?
I've no idea.
You just want to, we've got there. Oh, can I do this bit? You don't know what you're doing, do you? It's never stopped me, no.
Well,
Exactly.
I wasn't going to mention it.
No.
All right, you do it. Go on then. I'll sit over here. I'm out the way.
Okay, how many tickets have we got, Emma?
One pair.
One pair. That's two to you, Steve. To give away.
who,
Pulp.
when,
Next Saturday,
where,
Finsbury Park.
at what time,
About 9.
and what have people got to do to win tickets?
Uh,
Yeah, now you're stumped.
what? You suggesting I should plan this show?
Yes.
Is that what you're suggesting?
Yes.
Why?
All right, now listen, I think we should just give people an added reason to phone in with their worst lyrics ever. They
Yeah.
can win this pair of pulp tickets.
Yeah.
And then if we get bored with that in, say, about 10 minutes' time, we'll come up with another reason.
If it'd take 10 minutes for us to get bored. I'll be surprised if we actually bother.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got an ad break, and then I've got a pulp song lined up.
Before you do that,
Oh, we should tell them what the competition is, shouldn't we?
I just did.
What was it? I wasn't listening. I wasn't listening. I really do turn off when you talk.
Emma, what was the competition?
I'm not sure I want listening.
01715802000. Any ideas what the competition was?
What was the competition?
Yeah.
Oh.
Gervais, what's your favourite? It'll be alright on the night clip. I'm talking about all sort of 58 shows that they must have
No,
done.
that is difficult.
See,
Let me
I'm
see.
wondering if it is that one with Mr. Chips from Catchphrase tossing off. Have you seen that one? Yeah, it's
No.
great because it's just an error and it makes it look as though he's tossing off.
Oh,
But he's not. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what the catchphrase is. 01715802000.
Mr. Chips is coming to dinner. Something like that.
Possibly.
It's the best I
But
could
Gervais,
do.
no, come on. I want, by the time we come back after this next tune, your favourite, it'll be alright on the night clip.
Okay.
What's Mr. Chips doing there? Say what you see. What's he doing? What's Mr. Chips doing there?
Is he spanking the monkey?
Oh, it's a good answer, but it's not right. No, he was having a quick hand shandy.
They'd have been spanking the monkey. There'd have been a monkey being spanked, and you wouldn't have got it.
Now, it's interesting that I wondered what the catchphrase was
What?
when they made that hideous
Yeah,
face.
explain this. We didn't explain it. There was actually a thing on a What of the Night. I didn't see
No,
it.
let me explain. Yeah,
Go on.
It'll Be Right on the Night, which,
Steve's going to explain it.
because you don't know what you're talking about. Do you know what I mean? I'm nominating myself, Gervais, because you've got no idea.
That's fair enough.
On It'll Be Right on the
One
Night.
night. No, go on, do it seriously because they get annoying.
I can't be bothered to go on, really.
No, come on. Look.
All I'm saying is,
Did we do a pop competition or not?
shut up a minute.
Go on.
Dennis Norden's there. He's saying, if you're one of those people,
Yeah.
and he says something like, anyway, here's a clap.